I'm Nadine Geller, and I'm a junior at Newton South. And I just first want to take a moment to thank everyone for coming here. And I want to thank Chris Fortunato for being the facilitator of the Newton Teen Voices and for helping make this Youth Summit possible. So thank you. Also, I'd like to appreciate all the help of Tom Pomeroy, another facilitator of Newton Teen Voices. Don't worry, we'll listen together. Okay, as I said, I'm a junior at Newton South High School, and though you might not know it just by looking at me, I moved from San Francisco over a year ago, and I was the new unfamiliar kid in school, and I didn't know anyone. After moving, this experience really helped me open my eyes to new frontiers. Before, I had always been in a familiar environment. And after moving, I realized how important it was to show people that they matter and they're a part of the community. This evening, I'd like to share with you my story. After months of thinking it over, my parents decided to move across the country from San Francisco to Newton, a city that was thousands of miles from where I had lived, and a city that I did not know anything about. I came from a high school with 60 people per grade, as in 240 students total. So naturally, going to a high school with 1,500 kids, or actually more, I was pretty nervous. What would the big school be like? Would high schoolers in Massachusetts be different from my friends back home? Would I stand out and be that weird new kid no one would want to talk to? These were some of the things that I was thinking of the whole summer before I started sophomore year. But fortunately, from day one, I realized that Newton South was not the stereotypical public school for jocks and nerds and bullies, of course, but I was still overwhelmed. I didn't know anyone, and I was too afraid to start a conversation because I thought people would not want to talk to the new kid. Unfortunately, since I was too shy, I hid away in the library that first day of school. I have to admit, the week that followed was the same. I was too afraid that people I knew wouldn't want to talk to me, so I kept hiding away in the library, day after day, during lunch. Once when I did get the courage to walk through the cafeteria and try to spot someone I knew, I couldn't find anyone. But despite this, there were some brighter things that really made my day. Once, a girl I knew from one of my classes waved to me in the hallway. And though this may seem like a really small, insignificant gesture, it made me feel like I was wanted, like I was a part of the community. Another time, a girl from my class invited me to eat lunch with her and her friends. And although this may have been no big deal for her, it was a huge deal for me to be eating with some of my own classmates instead of hiding away in the library. Before this, I had always assumed that people I didn't know or people that I barely knew would be perfectly comfortable coming and talking to me or sitting at my table. And with this assumption, I never extended any extra kindness towards new people that were in my school, besides the general hello and good morning. Now I realize how wrong I was. Those first weeks, when I didn't know anyone, have given me much more compassion to those who are new or don't have many friends. A few months into school last year, I saw a girl who was eating lunch alone, and I decided to sit next to her, and we ended up having a really great lunch block. Before the move, I don't think I would have done that. Since then, I've made friends that I spend time with, but now I know how much really small actions can mean to people, what a difference they can make in people's lives. Just a wave of acknowledgement when you pass someone by in the hallway, or a 2 or 3 minute conversation with someone can really make a difference. When I first moved here, I also joined Newton Teen Voices. As you may know, it is the youth group in Newton that helps Newton teens and improves life for them. Though I joined just to perform some community service, this group has grown to mean so much more to me. This group is a chance for me to help Newton teens that, like me after I moved, might just need some acknowledgement, for someone to show them that they care. For the past year, Newton Teen Voices has been helping plan this youth summit. And today, our goal is not only to gather the community together, but also to start a discussion on the issues that the youth of our community faces. This may be from alcohol abuse to something as seemingly insignificant as being the new kid, but every single one of these issues matter. As the saying goes, nobody is perfect. And of course, though it's much overused in books and movies, it's still true. Every single teen in Newton has something they're unhappy with, whether it be social conflicts or just academic stress. Tonight, we can show our community that we care and we want to help, and we really want to help the new kids and the lonely kids and to keep our schools a safe environment. All it takes is a willingness to come together and to share thoughts so that we can slowly but surely change our community. Thank you.